No scale, no measuring cups, and a recipe that wants 1 cup of flour? You can still nail it with what's in your drawer right now. Here's exactly how, starting with the one tool everybody has. Start with spoons. Almost everyone has a tablespoon and a teaspoon. And the math is simple. 1 cup equals 16 tablespoons, or 48 teaspoons. So half a cup is 8 tablespoons. A quarter cup is 4. Scoop, level it flat with a knife, and count. Slower than a cup, but just as accurate. For liquids, use a standard coffee mug, the everyday size, about 6 to 8 ounces, not an oversized one. Find your mug, note where a cup fills to, and use that same mug for everything so it stays consistent. And 2 rules that trip people up. Brown sugar gets packed down firmly so it holds the shape of the cup. And butter, you can measure by the wrapper. A standard stick is half a cup or 8 tablespoons, and the marks are printed right on it. No spoons either? Guesstimate by size. And this really works once you've done it a few times. A teaspoon is about the tip of your finger. A tablespoon is about the size of an ice cube. Half a cup is about a tennis ball. A full cup is about an apple. Picture those and you'll land close. Here's why this matters more in baking than in cooking. Cooking, you can eyeball. A little extra broth won't ruin soup. Baking is chemistry. The flour, sugar, fat, and leavening have to stay in ratio or the cake won't rise, or it falls apart. That's also why a coffee mug is a backup, not a real measuring cup. Mugs run anywhere from 6 to 12 ounces, and a teacup or an oversized mug will throw your ratio off. Pick one standard vessel and stay consistent. Consistency beats precision when you're improvising. One honest tip. If you bake even a little, a cheap digital scale is a game changer. 5 ounces of flour is always 5 ounces. No packing, no leveling, no guessing, and less to wash. But for tonight, spoons and a steady mug will get you there. No scale, no cups, cake still turns out. Follow for more cake tips. Full recipe on the blog.